So we are back home after an hour drive one way and an hour drive back. We are home. The exchange has been made in this box. We do have one of Storm and Leo's babies from last year. It's a hen, looks pretty much the same as her, and this is going to go towards the new cockbird. She is ready to breed, she's breeding age, and she's keen. So yeah, and let's get her paired up and get her moving. We'll have a look at her. I am sorry that we had to exchange Oreo for her. It was a decision not made lightly. I've been thinking about it for a while. I didn't really want to cross in the tiger grizzles into my race birds just yet. I want to make sure that I've got quite decent race birds before I start crossing them into colours. Same with the barless thing. It is a very long process, and I don't have a lot of room at the moment, but we are getting more tiger grizzles. You just need to go onto Adam Archer's channel, have a look at them, and pester him to hurry up and get those nice tiger grizzles over here. But let's proceed with this. Let's have a look at this little hen, because she's she looks pretty much like Storm anyway, but she's beautiful. She is a beautiful little thing. Look at her. Let me get her out in the light a bit better. Alright, so let's get her out and have a look at her here. Come on. Come on. Well, that didn't work out too well, but at least we can have a good look at her. So this is a little hen that we got. You can see she does look a lot like Storm. She is from Storm and Leo last year. Just done a little poo in my car as well. Thank you for that. She's ready to breed. Her sister is the clockbird from last week's race. This hen is actually very close behind, probably dropped in like a minute or two behind that hen, so she's equally as quick. These little things are very surprisingly good, in my opinion. We'll go into it a bit more, but overall, nice little bird. I've just got to try and catch it now. See, she's pretty much very similar to Storm. So she's going to make a fantastic pair for this new cock. Look at her. She's ready to go. Now, I'll get back to you in a minute. I've just got to try and catch her. Alright, that was a bit of fun, but we actually got her. She got out of the box when I was trying to get her out, because she's a little bit frighty, just a little bit jumpy. But you can actually see she does look very much like our Storm, because obviously Storm's her mother, and she's ready to breed. But look at this, she's a beautiful little hen. See if we can get her closer up on her eye. Oh, she's not very happy. She's not used to being held, I don't think. And there we go, you can get a good look at her, that she's definitely got Storm's looks, and she's very similar to Storm. She's a beautiful little pigeon. I'm surprised that Storm and Leo throw quite small babies. They're very muscular, but they definitely fly quite well. But she is definitely a little Storm wannabe. Look at her, she's same colour, very similar size. And yeah, she's got very similar eyes to both her father and her mother. But she is a nice little bird. She's only quite small. Let's get a better look at her. She's got a nice little sort of wedge shape to her. She's, beautiful. Actually really like the babies that they produce. Very strong, very muscly little things. And pretty much like Storm, they'll blow home in the strong winds, no problems at all. And pretty quick too. I think the sister to this She pulled in about 1400 velocity, which, yeah, it's not too bad. But she's going to make a perfect little match for that other big cockbird we got out there. She's apparently she was pairing up to another one in his loft, another cockbird, but we'll sort her out. We'll get her paired up with our other cockbird in that pen when we get a chance. And she's yeah, quite well fed, in good condition. Look at this. And she'll be ready to start flying. She's actually been out probably 200 kilometers and comes home no problem. These birds are bred by Leo and Storm, generally the first birds to come back from tosses and races. As you can see last week, that this one's sister was actually a clockbird. Would have actually got a much better position than it did, but it wasted about 2 minutes on the roof, so it probably would have pulled in about 22nd or 25th position if it didn't waste those 2 minutes, because yeah, those 2 minutes was very crucial in that race, because it was a very close race. A lot of birds come through at once, so yeah, it would have been better to get a better result. But 35, I think position 35 out of whatever 1300 birds is quite good for a young bird. Yeah, they are quite young still, and first race, so yeah, interesting, very interesting. So all we need to do is get her in, get her settled, a bit of food in her, and then we can probably start pairing her up. I reckon she'll start breeding. The fact that she is half Leo, I reckon she'll throw some pretty decent sized males out of this pairing, because obviously the cockbird we're going to pair her up with is quite big, and then obviously still having 50% Leo in her, she's going to throw some pretty decent sized babies. But I've got some, I'm actually really keen to see how these little things go. I don't know why, yeah, they're not overly little, but they are just, yeah, super little pigeons. Hopefully breeding it with these Leo heremans we're going to be good from 100 to about 600 kilometers, which, as I said before, is pretty much the distance that I want to race. So I reckon we'll be good. I reckon next year, as long as we can get quite a few rounds out of her, we'll be pretty good. She's going to go into our stock program. Her and her mother Storm, both, yeah, they're going to be stock birds. So we need to come up with a pretty good name for her. Her mum is Storm, so I don't know, maybe we call this one Lightning, or I don't know, we'll come up with a name. If you can think of some pretty good names, put it in there. She's going to be one of our foundation birds to start with, see how they go. So basically that's it. I don't know anything about the actual lines that this one's mother Storm's bred down from. The flyer that I did get Storm from wouldn't tell me, said it's his line, and obviously that bird's done quite well for us. We haven't raced her, but she's, yeah, just a fantastic pigeon, and all the babies we've bred off her, which are these ones, they fly quite well. So I'm actually keen to get quite a decent team of these little guys up, start training them and see what we can actually do with them here, because it is, like I said before in previous videos, it is very hard to find pigeons that you like. Basically same thing with the cockbird. So you can see this wing, this is the type of wing. She's still molting there. She's got another one coming through, but this is the wing. I really like this wing. See, it's quite a nice big chunky wedge type thing, but it's, you know, you probably can't see it here, but all through here this is all real strong. Feathers are in perfect condition, you know, and if you probably hit on that, you'll get a nice sound out of it, because it's, you know, it is just all muscle. And these feathers here, it's the same thing, both her parents have it, and both of them have very similar wings, and they just, you know, that's what I like. I like the good wings, good head, good eyes. As I said before, not that the eyes mean much to me, and then a really good build. You can see for a hen, Look at her, look at all the muscle in here. She's just like a little pear or plum or apple. Look at that, beautiful. She's built for speed. She is ready to race. Same thing, you can see that feathers, tail, everything very neat, perfect condition as well. So she should be really good for breeding. I think we're not going to have too much issues setting her down on some eggs. If she's anything like Storm, she will not muck around. She should get straight into it. Cockbird, on the other hand, we'll see how he goes. He's a bit older, so hopefully he is a bit more experienced, and shouldn't be an issue. But you see, even look at the sheen on these wings here. Just such a good, these feathers here are just so fantastic. I'm actually really impressed with this. Not the fact that I bred it myself, but just obviously the condition, how well it's been looked after, and just the general behaviour of this bird too. This one actually traps quite quickly, like the mother. Storm does the same thing, and it's always one of the first birds home from tosses and to a couple of races that these other ones have been in. There's actually a couple of cockbirds as well. I think there's 2 cockbirds, 2 hens left out of the 5, 6 I might have gave him. One of them is a cockbird, which is a hen, and then the other 2 cockbirds will, I reckon they'll show their full potential as the race distances increase. So it's going to be good. Anyway, that is just another episode. I'm just introducing you to the pairs that we are going to be breeding from. We will get on to Leo and Storm very soon. So if you haven't, hit the like and subscribe button there, and drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let's get her back into her box.